Hey friends, Mark Holmes here with my buddy Cowboy Joe Boo, and as always, thank you guys for watching, commenting, and subscribing to the Joe Boo Sports Report. Without you guys, this literally does not work. Let's open for business here. I hope you guys tune in tonight at 9 o'clock Eastern for our live stream. I know you guys want your pound of flesh, and I want it as well. It's amazing what a difference a week makes. You guys know I live in the Washington, D.C. area, and so I listen to the Sports Talk 980 because I actually like listening to Doc Walker, former Redskin. Doc Walker is a former Redskin, and no, I'm not a Redskin fan, but I used to enjoy when the Redskins lose, listening to him because he'll tell you how he will question their manhood about not busting a grape, that they suck, they couldn't do this, they couldn't do that. And last week, oh my God, they were literally giving it to everybody from the ball boy to the owner. Jay Gruden needs to be fired. The season is over. Where's Kirk Cousins? Adrian Peterson is old. They need a gut check. I mean, you name it. They actually sound like Cowboy fans do this morning. Talked about the draft picks, their wide receivers, their cornerbacks, everybody. They were lighting that team up. Season is done and over with. But then this week, it's totally different. This week, hey, we got everything right in front of us. We got a good quarterback. Adrian Peterson is the man. What a difference a week makes. That was hard to watch. Clearly, our offense stinks to high heaven. We are pathetic. We can't bust a grape. The play calling sucks. Every third down is a check down to a running back, which has 0% a chance of making it. Worse in the NFL. We can't throw the ball over 15 yards. Oh, I'm sorry. Actually, we did. 3 times. Wide receivers aren't getting open. Offensive linemen aren't blocking. Zeke ran. He got over 100 yards yesterday, but he can't stay in bounds. He can't catch the ball. He fumbles. Our quarterback has got slow reads, getting sacked, throwing behind guys, missing guys that are open. Collectively, everything stinks on this offense. And here's what I wonder. Jason Garrett was asked about if he's planning on making some changes. The personnel, maybe you bench Dak Prescott or changes on the offensive line. Shake the stuff up a little bit. Or in coaching. Doesn't sound like Jason Garrett has any plans of taking over offensive play calling. Jason Garrett says, we're not going down that road right now. And he reiterates that he has a lot of confidence in Scott Linehan and says their offensive problems are bigger than play calling. Yes. I question the guy who's supposed to fix the offense. See, the Cowboys believe in Scott Linehan to the point where they let Scott Linehan pick his coaches. Paul Alexander, his test for offensive lineman is the catch-up test. He believes that if you're intelligent to know that you tap gently on the 57, ketchup comes out of the bottle real easy. And that's true. It's one of those things that now you guys could play offensive line for the Cowboys. You now know how to pass Paul Alexander's ketchup test. But what that test needs to be, can you block? How's your technique, your footwork? Because our offensive line, which was once the best offensive line in football. They're far away ways from that. 11 sacks in 3 games is unacceptable. Some of those sacks, of course, are on Dak Prescott for holding on to the ball. Some of those on the wide receivers for not getting open. Dak has regressed. I'll be the first one to admit that. I'll admit that this offense stinks to high heaven. 300 and some yards passing in 3 weeks. Not getting it done. One of the worst ones in the league, if not the worst. That's where, as a coach, as a head coach, you can't keep hitting your head on the wall and saying, I have faith in Scott Linehan. Because, buddy, I know it's a week-to-week league, and I know that the Redskins went from season being over to now the season is bright and cheery. But you're looking at consistently being piss poor. Now, I wonder, because Scott Linehan literally got the keys to the car and was given the latitude to bring in who he wanted to have as coaches and to get rid of players that he didn't want to have, thus Des Bryant. Sanjay Lal, who's a great tactician and route disciplinarian, had the players, receivers, walking around holding bricks, much like my brick having to walk around the stadium. Had them walking around carrying bricks after practice. It sounds great because you want to have strong hands. You want to have that dexterity that makes sure that you hold on to the ball. That when you jump up, that you've got the strength to muscle it from the defender. Hold that sucker tight. But you would think that the players are out there running routes, still carrying the bricks. Because I don't see a lot of open guys. Maybe I'm missing them. And I'm trying to understand how it is that you have the worst offense in the NFL. And yet you don't have any plans to change anything? Nothing. I'm mystified. I just don't know how you could look at that's going on the field and say, basically, trust the process. We believe in Scott Linehan. Well, Jason Garrett, I have a question for you. Why do we have the belief in Scott Linehan? The proof is in the pudding. And what I'm seeing, it's not good on any front on the offense. There's not a single phase in this offense, from the offensive line blocking to the quarterback playing, to the wide receivers getting open, to the tight ends holding on to the football, to the running backs running the plays. I can't honestly look. I know Zeke Elliott is actually leading the league in rushing, but I can't honestly look at anything that we're doing on the offense that looks good. Or maybe what it is right now the bar is so low. We are literally at rock bottom. that the only place we have to go is up. It can't get much worse on the offense right now, can it? I hope you guys join in tonight at 9 o'clock because I know you guys want your pound of flesh. You guys want to vent, and I feel you 100%. I'm speechless. Maybe you guys have the answers because I certainly don't. But we'll see you at 9 o'clock tonight. Like we said, Sean Lee out several weeks with a hamstring issue. Other than that, looks like we're going to be okay as far as the injury front goes. And thus far, that trade for Earl Thomas has not happened just yet. Maybe if they had made it happen, maybe it would have made a difference because we do not have an interception yet. And that's another one of those things that we'll be talking about tonight. I'm Mark Holmes with Cowboy Joe Boo, and thank you guys for being part of the Joe Boo Sports Report. I'll see you soon.